What's up guys, this is Abjeet from Abhigik Your Tech Boy, and today I will tell you how I edit my YouTube videos based on the configuration part. So watch this video till the end. So the first thing which I would talk about is the software which I normally use is FILMORA. This software is free and there are pretty decent application softwares which are available like FILMORA with Windows Movie Maker, or there are different types of things which are available, but I normally use this. For startup YouTubers, there is a suggestion that you should always use this type of softwares first, where there you would have a hand on and you can use that. Adobe Premiere Pro is for 4K resolution, so if you have a camera of 4K resolution, you can surely use that. So the first thing which I normally do is, you can see my folders where I normally shoot my topics and put out, and these are the folders which I normally use. And based on text animation, I would talk about how type of animation which I normally use on my videos, and also from starting to end how I edit. So first thing which I would do is import all my video content which is there, and I import it on the timeline. So basically this timeline is a time phrase in which you have to edit it. So the text animation which I normally use is from the app called Legend. So if you are much familiar with that, you can surely know, and I would talk about this more on the further spec. You can see that first part which I normally use is half part is the music, then the half part is my intro. Means the Abhigiki tech boy, that animation parts come on the second part where I starts to speak. The main tip I would tell you as a startup YouTuber is that always record the clips with your camera, then you record it on your own voice, and then add it on your video, because the main concept of this is that you would have a glance that what you are speaking. At live part, you normally see that you normally have errors, but if you see the video and speak and then record and then put that video on your editing part, it would have a benefit out of it. There are many much YouTubers normally who do live recording. You can surely go for that, but I normally use my videos based on, first I normally shoot, then I record it on through my Zoom H1 HD handy recorder, which I am recording, you can see, and it's a very great recorder as per thesis and specs. So the first part I normally do is provide an intro based on what kind of video it is. So best iOS app you can see, and the animation aspect is from the Legend app. The opacity I normally lower it to 0 because it gives us a transition effect, or sorry, the transparency effect, in which the background also looks, the text also looks, it looks very great. The app which I would talk about that now. The Legend app is a text animation app in which you can configure it on the basis of what kind of topics you normally choose, and you can edit it on the basis of that. It's a very great app because there are many much applications available which I normally paid out. So this is a free, it's only available on Android store. You can surely go, and for a startup YouTuber, you can use this text animation as a part where you can design the intro also. Means if you have pretty much idea about that, you can design the intro also, and also design the outro, means outwards, means the ending part also you can design. I have also designed the outward part, which I would talk about later. So it's a great animation app. It's around 10 to 20 MB, and you can use that as on the daily basis of the text which you would see. All the recordings which you would see is on the basis of that. Also, I normally crop my video based on the main parts. Means I take a frame of around 5 to 6 minutes, and based on the main parts I normally use that, and then I use the transpiration effect or transition effects. Transition effects are pretty much, there are for 50 to 56 transition effects in this FILMORA application, and you can surely use this as a default. There are many much transition effects that you normally see on my videos. If you have been watching my channel from last, I have improved on the basis of FILMORA editing is concerned. There you can do many much out of it. It's a trending part that the much you do, the much you learn. So the main concept of transition effect is that you have a different type of animation crispy feel, and if you don't have a decent camera of 4K resolution, there is a great application in which you can edit it. So I have a small camera of Canon 1200D which normally records up to 1080 pixels. So as per concern, I normally use this application as a default. Further part, if we would grow a family, you can see that how this animation looks. The last transparency animation of the outward, I normally design it by myself from using this application known as Legend. It's a great application. You can surely go and download it on, there is link below description. The transition effects I normally use is 4:3. So if you have a configuration computer which is 2 GB of RAM or i3 processor, etc., decent specs, you can surely use this app, this Filmora. It doesn't hangs. The main plus point, I have a 4G configuration of a HCL laptop which is i5 second generation, so normally decent spec is there, so normally do. I add on the music. The music which I normally use, the background music, is the default background music which comes from Filmora, and also I use the music from non-copyright sounds, NCS, which you normally see or heard from sounds. So the main concept of using this type of background music is it looks very premium. So I normally use my NCS sound recordings. I normally download from YouTube and I use that. So 3-4 I have downloaded, I normally use. Every week I normally download and check out which is the latest and I use to download it. The last part I would play is that every video which you would see has a backup of a small part which is being ending and then the music upwards grow. So that I do because it looks very great. So as per editing is concerned, when it's all complete, you can see that you can edit it on the basis of MP4, HDV, different types of formats which are available. Also you can go for YouTube, direct YouTube. The main concept of using this editing tool is that it's very simple. Everyone can edit on it, damn. So also if you want this software, there is also link below, you can go for that. So I normally use it best. Then I would suggest you to use that 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second, and also 30,000 kps, which we say 324 kps is based on resolution and it normally comes to 600 MB or etc. So this was the whole concept of how I edit my videos. So if you like this video, do subscribe my channel. Apart from that, if you have any suggestions, do suggest me. This is Abjeet signing off from Abhigik. Peace. Jai Hind. Wait for my next one.